Alright guys, good morning everybody, it's Bobby, and you are?
Danny.
And we're here for a special episode of the Hansen Oatkin Show. Unfortunately, Brandon won't be able to join us, so I invited my friend Danny. How are you feeling today, Danny?
Good, what's up?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm 20 years old, I live in Merrick, and I'm going to the Winter Classic tomorrow.
Yeah, that part. And what are you, a Ranger fan or a Flyer fan?
I'm a huge Ranger fan.
And you're excited for that part?
Yes, I am.
So, why don't you tell us about what you think is going to happen?
I think the Rangers are going to beat the Flyers in the Winter Classic. The Rangers are in first place, and we beat the Flyers the past 2 times this season.
So, in this scenario, what do the Flyers have to do in order to beat the Rangers? What do you think?
Just try their hardest, make a lot of shots on goal, stay out of the penalty box, and they'll do a good job.
Alright, so under Coach John Tortorella and Peter Laviolette, what do you think Tortorella has plans for this Flyers team?
He has to make sure that they're not getting in the penalty box, they're on the move, they're passing the puck, they're working as a team, and they just get the puck in the net.
And one other thing I want to ask you, and this was actually sort of an interesting question, it brought up my mind. Do you think that the Flyers are going to beat the Rangers?
No, the Rangers are going to beat the Flyers because the Flyers are a good team and so are the Rangers. But the Rangers have better defense.
They have a better defense. What about the offense?
On offense, I say the Flyers have a better offense, but the Rangers have a better defense.
That's a pretty good explanation. And what do you think the weather's going to be like tomorrow?
Oh, it's supposed to be, I checked the weather, it's supposed to be really cold. I'm going to be freezing my butt off.
How many degrees, do you remember, or no?
No, I don't remember, but it's around 30, below freezing it's going to be.
That's going to be a madhouse, I'll tell you that. Weather is going to be like, I don't know how many people are going to be.
Thousands.
More than that, probably like 75,000 people in one event.
Right.
Some of my friends are going, you're going, and all that stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a classic rivalry. This rivalry's probably been around for like 40 years. And next thing you know, you got the Rangers and the Flyers. Now, this is the Rangers' first time. Well, I should really say second, because the first time they went was in a preseason game in Caesars Palace in '91 against the Kings. But that really didn't count, but it was still an outdoor game. This is the real Winter Classic they've been in. What do you think of that experience for the Rangers?
It's a good experience. They have to be sure it still counts as in the standings. It's still worth 2 points, and they need to win.
Yeah, and so with that, because we both know that Boston lost to Dallas.
Right. What I'm happy about, because Boston and Rangers are tied for first
by 1 point.
at 1 point.
So, in this scenario, how are you going to stop Ilya Bryzgalov for the Flyers?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure how to beat him up?
Just keep on get on top of him.
I would probably say take the shots away, make him work hard. Because if you make a goalie work hard, they're going to be tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all that. But I'm actually expecting a pretty good fight with the Rangers and the Flyers. And the alum game.
I love my game was yesterday. It was pretty good, but the Flyers won
by 2 goals.
4-2. But they don't really try that hard. It doesn't count. They're just a bunch of people are older people that they didn't really check that much. They called very few penalties. The clock doesn't stop. There's no offsides. It's just fun. It doesn't really matter.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just a fun game, you know? They don't count all the standings.
And they weren't even trying, actually.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, they're old. They're like in their 50s, 60s, 70s, some in their 80s. But
yeah.
But at least some of them you get to see, like Jeremy Roenick, Eric Lindros,
Yeah.
Adam Graves, Mark Messier. I was actually kind of surprised Wayne Gretzky wasn't playing. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, he's not he's healthy, but he's probably not in shape. He's old.
I mean, he's old, but he's still the greatest hockey player of all time.
Yeah, but he's old. That's why he's not playing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a very.
But there was I forgot his name, but he only played for like 5 minutes in the first period. I forgot his name, but he's really old. He was a Ranger player. He played in net for the first 5 minutes of the first period.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Right. Then they took him out because if they kept him in longer than 5 minutes, he'd probably have a heart attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say John Van Beesbrook.
Yeah, that's probably it. Because if he kept him in the whole game, or even longer than 5 minutes, He would have got probably hard because he's too old to play
Yeah,
hockey.
and it's interesting you brought up John Van Beesbrook because he's played for the Rangers and the Flyers, so he's played for both teams.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal, but what are you gonna do? I mean, he never won a cup, but he at least played for both teams. That's what matters to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the bottom line, I'm gonna ask you a typical question. What do you think will win the Winter Classic?
Rangers.
Final score.
5-2.
5-2, good choice. I'm going to say 5-4 in the shootout for the Rangers. So that's my guess. In Philadelphia, the Flyers will lose their second straight Winter Classic. This is Bobby.
I'm Danny.
And we're both out. Peace.